Good day everybody and hello. Whilst I'm recording this, it is very cold. Snow has landed on the ground and I'm cold and it's in the UK. Well, I am in the UK. I mean, that's quite obvious. This is the UK calling. Hi. In any case, get to the point. I will do. So, side quest rewards totals. That's what we want to cover in this video. Some I will call it interesting developments. So, I wondered how I was going to approach this particular video. I did want to give a bit of a kind of a go over on what you can pick up from the various different types of threats and of course the objectives. But as I started kind of collecting like totals and kind of started totalizing things, I actually realized I made a big mistake. Do you know what that big mistake is? That's right. You can actually do all of the difficulties. Now at this point, I don't know what it means for the availability of everybody being able to do all of the objectives. Again, explain yourself, Rich. So, there's 5 threat levels, as Kabam confirmed. Threat levels are not progression locked. And because they're not progression locked, it means you can do all of them. But what is not clear is, are the objectives locked? So, yeah, you can do all the threats, so you can go and do the quests, but you might not be able to get all the objectives. So again, example could be like, okay, threat, Thronebreaker can't get threat level 5 objective, which means that Thronebreaker players may not get the access to 7-star shards. So that could be something that could skew this up a little bit. So kind of like take this with a pinch of salt, but don't. Like, it's difficult because here's the thing, like I try and do these type of videos. This is my second month getting back to doing the side quest totals, and why it's so important is because Kabam are at a point where they're just not kind of delivering a decent side quest, and as well they're not giving, you know, top meta rewards. With Necropolis, Kabam set their own expectations of meta rewards. Players are interested in tier 4 alpha. Soon it will be 7-star awakening gems and 7-star signature stones. That's not now, but that will be in the future. But at the moment, tier 4 alpha, you know, players are interested in that, and also more tier 6 class catalyst. That's what, you know, Valiant, late Paragon players are expecting to see based on what Kabam are putting out, but you know, it's just not there at the moment. So again, continuing on the point of things is that for me, I'm just not hugely interested in the side quest anymore. I mean, this month I haven't finished it off, and should I finish it off? Possibly. I don't think I even care to like get. I mean, look, I'm probably gonna just focus on the Necropolis like next, like at the end of this week, and do another 2 runs, fingers crossed, before the 15th of January to give my deaths to the total. But that's what I want to do. That if I do that, that will be 4 runs completed, and then it will be just 2 left in order to get to Valiant, which is going to be so important for myself. However, though, back to the point: meta rewards, but also the event in general. So the event in general gives the impression that you're able to do everything, as it says. The TLDR, it gives the impression that you can do all of them, and if you do all of the different types of threat levels, then there's actually a better take home for rewards than you might think. Yes, it's not going to be super substantial, but at least it's going to be better than October and I think September. November, a bit iffy, and of course last month was quite substantial in any case, but this is better because you can do everything. And because you're able to do everything, look, there will be Thronebreaker players that may not want to actually do threat level 5. But if you do threat level 5 as a Thronebreaker player, you get access to 1 fully formed tier 3 alpha, tier 6 basic, 6-star awakening gem times 2. If you're able to get the do the threat level 5 objectives, which, by the way, the threat level 5 objectives, which are these ones, see 2 6-star awakening gems, which you can see on screen, as well as you know, the 7-star shards, and as well a lot of like relic based stuff. So when it comes to like a rewards total kind of framework, it doesn't look like this, you know, where I've got like, okay, well, you know, if you are a Paragon player and Valiant player, you can do threat level 5 and get threat level 5 objectives. done, you'll be able to get, 8 tier 2 alphas, 5 tier 5 basics, 3,000 7-star shards, 20,000 6-star shards. I think it was like, I've not titled up the bad attitude shards because I think I got that wrong. But what I did do instead is not this breakdown right here of all these different threats, is what you can do as a combined. So if indeed, what we said Kabam are allowing, Thronebreaker, Cavalier, Paragon, Valiant players can do threat level 5, threat level 4, threat level 3, and the threat levels 5, 4, and 3 objectives, then you could take home a nice amount of stuff. Look, it's not current meta, but it's better than it was if you can do all of them. And that's the big if, isn't it? Because it may be a case, Cavalier players and low Thronebreaker players have no interest in doing those particular things. Or they may be progression gated for the objectives and not for the threats, as Kabam say, but they may be for the objectives. We don't know because Kabam haven't, 100% confirmed that. But if that's the case, then you could get what is on screen right now. Let's just enlarge this a little bit more. So yeah, and let's get a red arrow of doom. For this one, if I can click on it, there we go. So yeah, instead you could get 17 tier 2 alphas, you could get 10 tier 5 basics, 48 6-star signature stones, 5,000 relic shards. Actually, I think you can get more than that. I think you can get 6,000, not 5,000. So that may be a bit more, maybe a typo from me there. Tier 5 CC, including selectors, 4. That could be really good if you're looking to specifically grab. 1.25 tier 3 alpha, 30% of tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystal, or the worth to basically the worth to 30% of it, of a tier 6 class catalyst. 1.25 tier 6 basic. Actually, I think it might be a little bit more than that. I think it might be something like 1 point, no, it's 1 point, maybe like 1.4 or something, but I'll leave it as 1.25 for the time being. Just while I'm unsure. 6.2 mil gold, 2 6-star awakening gems, 18,000 bad attitude crystal shards, which, it's still pretty pathetic with what Kabam have given out in past years, when it was like, you could, instead of getting what's that, 9 of the Cavalier crystals, like you could pick up 25. Do you remember those months where you were getting 25 to 30 Cavalier crystals? I don't get it. Like, I really don't get why Kabam are devaluing that. It's so weird. Or kind of like, being stingy with it. Tier 2 Alpha Alloy 4. Some of this stuff I haven't added a huge amount to. I mean, some of it's like, Tier 2 Basic Alpha 1.5. Tier 3 1.5. Tier 1 Celestial Alloy 700. 6-star shards 37,000. It's not too bad, especially if you're saving up for the new features 6-star. And of course, we've got the other stuff. We've got 6-star relic shards times 1,000, tier 2 dust 150, and tier 1 dust 100. Especially because Kabam have decided to put that back in after taking it out of the December one to put it in to the Banquet event. And yes, we do get Road to the Crypt, but it doesn't benefit everybody. Everybody loses out. If you're not doing Necropolis for Road to the Crypt, then you're losing out, sadly, with getting tier 2 alpha, tier 2 primordial dust. So look, as I said, the kind of the main thing with all of this is, at the end of the day, you have got to do, you've got to do all of them to get that. And again, this is going to be very much down to you as a player, what you're actually interested in doing. How more and how little that you want to do. Whether or not you want to do some of the solo event, well, obviously the solo events really kind of give more of shards, meta shards, but look, it's going to be down to you as a player if you're interested in doing threat level 5, threat level 4, threat level 3. Are the rewards a little bit antiquated going into 2024? Yes. Will Kabam improve this? Of course they will. Is this a depreciation year and devaluation year? So you're going to get, there'll be more opportunity for things like tier 4 alpha. Will Kabam likely thrust in a new threat level and do a Valiant one? yes, that is more than likely. Kabam do this on a regular basis. This is like, you know, if one year it seems stingy, it's the next year that will always get better. Track record would be like if you look back in time to what was the previous setup. You know, we're now up to 7-star shards in side quest, where there was a time we were not getting it. So if people say no, Kabam aren't like that, then obviously you haven't been playing the game as long as myself and many other players that know that yes, Kabam will understand where they're wrong. They even admitted to it. Kabam crashed, even said, look, we need to improve certain things about this, and it will happen. I don't think it will happen next month. I don't think it will happen the month after, but I think the month after that you'll start seeing rewards improvements and slight improvements here and there, especially as Valiant become more of a thing and the economy in the game changes. But we can only but hope that that is indeed sorted. So yeah, here's the kind of the end of the video. Go and grind whatever you want in the side quest. I'm not personally vibing with it. I probably will look to grab the most economical way possible to get this done. Maybe I'll focus on my Necropolis runs first and see what time's left after to kind of do side quest or catch up on it. Will I be doing any video? I don't know. I want to focus on Necropolis 100% first, and of course I'll do my guides on the channel as I normally do, but I will probably refocus on being February, because for me, I need to be focusing on my own account, which I haven't done as much as I wanted to, but if I get Necropolis 100%ed, then I will feel happy and vindicated that I did something that is going to be such a major improvement to my account, starting to get Valiant and getting daily crystals and making gains in future months as we end, hopefully, or going towards 8.4 with some optimism as new content comes into the game. And that's been a video. And what are your thoughts on some of the, will you be doing all of the threats? That'd be interesting as well. Are you going to be doing, are you Thronebreaker, are you Cavalier, are you Paragon, are you Valiant? Are you going to be 100%ing all of this? Are you going to be doing it? Are you going to giving it a miss? Are you going to be focused on other areas of the game? What is everyone's thoughts on this? Put it in the comment section. And interesting if you're looking to do that. And yeah, bit of a perspective there for those and an option. And I'll see you in the next one. Check out some other content located on screen. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.